just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy starting off with a throw. He's got him. That's Addison. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Well, he shot his shot, Brock, but they couldn't connect.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
They send Samuel Wright. Back to the air, McCarthy. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Locates Jefferson along the sideline, complete. And he's down to the H before going out. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And the defender comes away with it. It's a foot race. 30. Gets the 10. And he takes this one back for the pick six. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return, and then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Trying again after the pick. McCarthy. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. The rookie out of Alabama there on the tackle.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Now McCarthy. That's caught in stride by Addison. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Commanders get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd and short, Daniels has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Play fake here, Daniels. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Running right with Mitchell. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-0 lead. Badgley for the extra point. Bit off with his aim, but that point after is good. And the Commanders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's out in the clear. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Looking for a target. He's throwing deep to the left side. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And it sets up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. McCarthy throwing here. Connects with his back. Aaron Jones. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Man in motion here. First down from the red zone. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. They motion the slot man right. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. Will drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Throw left is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Here we go. Hawk 70.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Vikings with some work to do, trailing in this game. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Putting a receiver in motion. That's taken in by Samuel. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That one's caught along the left sideline. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. Out of the gun, Daniels. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st. To throw, Daniels. He's got it in the red zone. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. Badgley for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Samuel now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. They send Samuel right. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He put everything he had into this one. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. He connects with his back deep down the middle. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One last play before the break.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Mitchell up the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Here's 2nd and 7. Forced out to his right. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Mitchell takes it straight ahead, and he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Complete out to the right. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Hauled in by Olave, left side. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Let's go.
Here's Mitchell. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Offense in the hurry up here. Quick pass, right side, complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Shut up. 18, right here.
Back to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Go.
Mitchell on the carry. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Ready? Hut.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Here we go, sack.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Michael Badgley going to try and knock this through for 3. A pretty automatic look for him from the left.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go!
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Let's go now.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
60 now. 19 tight. 19 tight. Yep.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Finds a seam down the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here we go. Here we go.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. On play action now, McCarthy. Has his man. It's Addison. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
18 left. Stephanie.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They send the tight end in motion. From the 31. That's a Minnesota touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. Ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Cougar 19. Ready?
And this is Mitchell. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Okay, break. Set, go.
From the 38. Finds his man over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. We're through 3.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Warrior 70. Let's go.
And they send a man in motion.
Hut, hut.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Taking his shot deep down the field and go. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seen him get beat there and forced to take it out of bounds near the line? Well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Set.
Again, this is Mitchell. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. Point after converted from Badgley. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Go.
Starting the drive with a give to Jones. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Made the throw as he was getting hit block, and it's incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And that brings up 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. The give now to Mitchell. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 16 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
Let's go now.
Here's Mitchell again. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders now lead by 10. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Badgley with the extra point. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
They send Samuel Wright. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Putting the body on the line for his team. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st.
Well, we have seen the value of a big physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball.
Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Slot man in motion left. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Vikings now within 1 score in the 4th. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So a pivotal moment for the Vikings as they go for 2. He's throwing for it. Looking for an open man. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. They got a touchdown, but that is only half the job. Still got to get this kick back and score another. Oh, and this will be a turnover. It's recovered by the kicking team. Still more than a field goal game. They were going to get to this point sometime, and they decide now's the moment and deliver with the onside kick.
The hard part's over, right? That's what the numbers tell you. They're getting an onside kick a whole lot tougher than going down and scoring a touchdown. Still, they got to execute, stay calm, and work their way down the field.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. So second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
McCarthy trying again on second down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Gotta figure out this third down here. He'll throw it. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Desperation time here on fourth. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Mitchell. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders leading by 5.
Hold the ready.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Go. Rocco switch. Rocco switch.
A give to Mitchell, running left. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw it. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Michael Badgley out now. He knows how big this try is. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Cut out left. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be second down. Setting up to pass. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
Throwing now. Pass is caught by Addison. And what a play! He gets there to lay a massive hit and stop him after that catch. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense staying out here. It's 4th and 11. Here he is to throw. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Handoff here to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Go.
Mitchell on the give, headed left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So score this as a win for the Commanders. And this was the type of